Hello and welcome to a very special video. We are looking at the Gran Turismo 1.70 update, an update a lot of people are really excited for, an update a lot of people have been looking forward to, because Hypercar is here. 4 of the, well, I say current WEC fleet of Hypercars are here. One of them is no longer in WEC, it is IMSA still, but it's not in WEC, which we'll go through as we go and buy these cars now. And I'll give you a little bit of scratch on the history of the cars, the quite recent history for these, because they are pretty new, these things. We're going to start with a bit of W. All the way in Brand Central is the M Hybrid V8 25. Recent winner in Spa. Brilliant car. Driven by some fantastic drivers as well. Does make whatever noise. Let's pick this one up to start off with. Love the purple on the front of this. The front grille is gorgeous on this car. I was hyped and everything until I realised they're not adding the Alpine to this, which I was a little bit disappointed as I'm a massive Alpine fan, if you know who I am. Next up, Porsche, the car that is no longer in WEC. It left last year, well, left to start this season, but it is dominating IMSA still. The 963 Hybrid, which also has different colour headlights depending on which car it is. Unfortunately, this one is only number 6, so you're only going to get the normal colour. But they used purple and I think it was blue to identify which cars come down pit road. Next up is the Ferrari. I would say last year's winners of the mod, but it was the customer entry that won. But the 499P23 is still a magnificent car. It won it in 24. It won the Great Race. Very, very good car. It will be shout this year. They're just so good looking. The Hypercars are just so good looking. And finally, the Peugeot, which was knocked out of Hyperpole the other day. So they're not going to have a great start to the Le Mans week. But this car is amazing. Is it the car with the rear wing? I've got the rear wing on this one because it started in life without a rear wing. And it is the rear wing version. Yeah, they have no rear wing on this thing, the 9X8. It was kind of weird looking. Porsche and Peugeot joined the battle against Toyota quite early on, and then Hypercar has become this brilliant category with so many different manufacturers in. We've had Genesis join it this year. We've got McLaren and Ford both coming. The McLaren Hypercar project looks amazing. It looks so damn good. We've got so much more coming. And there's also actually not just the Hypercars, and I'm excited about the Hypercars. You can get that in my voice. There is actually another car added to this update, which I completely skipped. I've just remembered as I was talking to you guys. And it is, hopefully in here somewhere, yes, the safety car. The one safety car. The 911 Turbo S. We're going to pick one of them up as well. Because, why not? No. There is also new races added for this to highlight for new Hypercars. There's a lot of GR1 races added. We've got new Scapes. I think new Scapes is Pikes Peak. Just check that. Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, Pikes Peak racing here will end at the end of this year. This legendary uphill time trial. It's going to be a shame to see it go. It's only appeared on a few games that I remember. I'm sure there's other games that it has appeared on. But every time I did it, it scared the bejesus out of me. I think it was on, I want to say Dirt 1 or 2 on the Xbox 360. Not Dirt Rally, just Dirt. Before I went all Gymkhana, Ken Block with it all. We've got new cafe stuff, which we won't go into today. New sport stuff. There is a new video for sport, which I believe is the new introduction to the GTWS, which will most probably see on Saturday. We have GTWS race on Saturday. We're going to go into World Circuits because we have new races to do. And it's a good chance to highlight Hypercars. And my first, literally, this will be the first impression of it. You just see me buying the cars. It'd be criminal if we didn't do Le Mans, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. 7 laps. Yeah, well, what we'll do is I'll do a lap in each car. And how I'll do it is I'll just edit in each car. We'll start with the Peugeot. We're going to buy it some new shoes. Just in case the game decides, hey look, it's raining. So let's start with the Peugeot. Let's get on the softs to start off with. And let's get going. Oh, the paint job's right. The livery for Peugeot, they ran a red livery for this weekend's Le Mans. The livery for standard Peugeot is gorgeous. A bit early on the brakes and that then. Like I say, first time driving this car, so I'm going to make some mistakes early on. Just check the fuel quickly. Yeah, it should be fine. That little, I don't know if you can hear it too well. There's a little like drop from the turbo or the hybrid power. I can't tell exactly what it is, but there's a little whistle when you kill off the throttle. You won't notice it at the Daytona, which is the chicane down here. Ooh. The Toyota's in the way. Oh, it does sound so good. Great acceleration, man. Oop, just nudged the Porsche there. Duck underneath the Audi. We're seeing LMP1s of days gone by against the current hypercar class. Yeah, brakes I need to be earlier on the brakes for. Earlier than I think. I think the brake is better than what it is. Maybe that's a Peugeot thing, I don't know. Definitely got to brake a bit earlier. It's going to be interesting going into Mulsanne corner. This is the heavy braking point. There's the old Toyota LMP1. It's like a history lesson for the mod. This is amazing. I've been a fan of WEC for about 6-7 years now. Yeah, I was watching when it was just literally Toyota at the front. I used to watch them on all the time, but never the full series. And now it's like endurance racing has become so much more to me. Whether it's just GT3s in the GT Challenge series or European Le Mans, which I actually go to. I'm going to this year again at Silverstone for a 4-hour race. Sports car racing and endurance racing has just become something so much bigger to me. Motorsport in general has become so much bigger. As I'm slowly starting to fall out of love with football, I am literally addicted to any racing that's on now. Moves quite well through the Porsche S's. There's the Porsche. Another Peugeot front. I love the rear lights of the Peugeot. Like the claws almost. Oh! I rear-ended the failed Nissan project. Well, there's Alpine. Let's see what the Porsche can actually do. Well, we are now in the Porsche, which does sound very different to the Peugeot. And what can we say about this thing? It's the first car to drop out of the hypercar class. Like I say, it's still running in the IMSA series, which is fantastic to see because this car deserves so much more than just being completely dropped out of sports car racing. But never won Le Mans. I think it won a WEC event. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it was one of the early challenges to that car there, the Toyota Hybrid from 2021. Porsche really backed this thing. They're running almost 3 entries, almost 4 entries sometimes for privateers. Great straight line of this. Feels very different to the Peugeot in terms of that sort of thing. Definitely feels better on the brakes, but that might be a case of I'm acclimatised to it. more than anything else. He says he misses the breaking point for Daytona. Steady up. Not really noticed a difference in fuel burn for either car yet. Like I say, still getting to grips with these. Soft tyre is obliterated itself. We have one more run on the soft tyre anyway. It is disappointing, like I say, to see Porsche pull out of the WEC, but with what's coming and the cars that are there that are not in this game yet, like Aston Martin, Cadillac, and Alpine, and like I said earlier, McLaren and Ford still to join us as well. There's not going to be that many spots soon, so I think the beauty of Hypercar, that Ferrari sounds magnificent. The beauty of Hypercar is you can run any engine. Like, you don't have to run a hybrid. A lot of the teams do run hybrids. Aston Martin don't. They run a V12, and you can hear that thing from miles away. Hypercar has been such a breath of fresh air in the motorsport scene. I'm glad it's getting its flowers. I really am. I hope the other hypercars do come to Gran Turismo down the line. I remember when this announcement was made at the first round of the live final for GTWS. I went bananas at home. The crowd, the Italian crowd in Milan, that is really bad breaking because I'm talking. The Italian crowd in Milan went even mental. You can hear them over the announcement, it was brilliant. We're going to give the Porsche 2 laps here, I think. And then when we bring her in for the stop, we will change to the BMW. And then we'll bring her home in a Ferrari. I think that's a good call. This is a shake-up this category needed on Gran Turismo. LMP1 had a lot of cars in it, but it's kind of getting a bit stale. There's a lot of VGTs that... Oh, a bit too much curve there. A lot of VGTs that I don't really get on with. I used to run the other Porsche, sorry, too many P's. I used to run the other Porsche that preceded this car, the 919 Hybrid, which is a magnificent car. That did win Le Mans. That went to war with the term of LMP1 project. Don't feel the same hybrid kick off the corners like you do with the 919 Hybrid. Up to a car we're going to face on Saturday. The cars that dominated Group C in the late 80s, early 90s. The Mazda 787 with that distinctive wail. Oh, got a bit too close to it, admiring it then. I'd love to hear that car in real life. Absolutely adore to hear that car in real life. Very iconic memory in that thing. It's nice to sit and talk about cars rather than have to worry about racing all the time. It's going to come straight past me because the straight line that thing's insane. And we were getting a tow here from the McLaren. Still being into the corner, very nice. It's getting a bit overcast here, isn't it? Rain? It is not going to rain. What rain is that? What is that? That will look different when the BMW goes round. It's getting harder to stop the car. The soft tyre is completely obliterating itself. A lot of mistakes so far. I say an LMP, it is a GR1 for Gran Turismo. I forget it is a GR1. And it is the Audi. The Quattro. Such a weird GR1. That almost looks like a GT3. That rears up a bit too much now on the exit. I'm curious how the BMW is going to go. Will it handle like a BMW does? Will it keep those characteristics of the rear wheel monster that it comes from? The Porsche should be magnificent. I love the noise of the Porsche. Can't wait to get the Ferrari. Still go quiet for that section. That's a bit wide, but that's fine. Let's bring her in. Because the soft tyres have kind of had it. And we'll jump onto mediums, maybe, for the BMW to come out and play. Just wait for a Porsche to show up. Needs to refuel as well, actually. Oh, whoops. Come on, Porsche, where are you? There it is. And let's see what the BMW can do, shall we? Oh look, BMW. So we've gone for the Porsche and the BMW, the other car that also shares ties with IMSA. Both the Porsche and the BMW run in both series. Well, Porsche doesn't anymore. This car I found so far to be a bit more understeery. Hence the penalty. I understeered out of the Porsche curves. Or the lap onto the pit straight. Definitely sounds a bit more aggressive, this one. Not used to driving this camera angle. The Gallo angle. If you know, you know. One of the things I've found to do so far is show off the interior. There are a lot of buttons. There's a lot of buttons in here. A lot of information on the dash as well. BMW won the last round in Belgium at Spa. It looked for all the world that Alpine might actually get the win there, but there was carnage and all sorts kicking off in the last hour or so of that race. Do love the front nose of this, mate. Look at that. That is just... It's one of the more unique looking hypercars, for sure. They obviously come back out in traffic after our pit stop. There's a stream of the Mazda ahead of us. Is that a Mazda or shouldn't they? I think that's a Mazda. There's a Mazda. The straight line seems to be a bit better in the BMW. He says he's strong to overtake the Mazda. See how it accelerates against Peugeot now. Oh, it's tight. Peugeot's got legs. Out in the way. Through Indianapolis, up to Arnage, and then on the exit of Arnage we'll serve our half-second penalty. It does sound a bit flatter, the BMW, from this camera angle at least. It doesn't sound the same oomph as the Porsche did. It definitely sounds a bit better than the Peugeot with its weird, like, powering down noise it makes us going down the gears and braking. There's a lot more hybrid power, I think, in the Peugeot than there is engine power in that thing. I'll say Hypercar lends itself very well to any engine type because it has a BOP system. a heavily studied BOP system. That Tomahawk was not like not gonna be an inch. Damn you. Ahead is the car I'm going to be running for this weekend's GT7 race in this ad. Oh, there's a target on the way through. And again. It's still very overcast, but I'm not really expecting rain. Looking at the radar. Come up on the McLaren VGT, the McLaren Hypercar project itself comes next year. That is a weird VGT. It looks like a mini Red Bull 2019. Just doesn't have the same pace. That's Daytona. Named recently this corner. Partnership with Daytona Circuit, as there is now a Le Mans bus stop chicane at Daytona itself. To twin the two great races, 24-hour races. Down to Michelin. Ferrari's shaping up the Mazda there. I'm just gonna have both of them. Just chuck it in there. Yeah, Sonic. Just chuck it in there. I guarantee you the update has been up for about 2.5 hours now. Someone would have made the 83 AF Corsa yellow livery for the Ferrari. Which has Robert Kubica amongst its drivers. Incredible story, incredible career. Robert Kubica, one of the best drivers you'll ever see. One of the worst bits of luck you've ever seen in your life. So happy he won last year. When he was ill in the car, he did a double stint. Magnificent. Still not too sure about the braking, but I think that might be a tyre wear issue rather than anything else. I think the Ferrari's going to go on mediums when we get it out. Which will be at the end of this lap. It does feel to me at the moment that the cars just don't want to stop. Which is an interesting strategy. Usually the CPU always okay. So usually the CPU always stops, but hasn't done so far. Mr. Bishop has decided he's not going to stop at all. He's the car we hunt down then. No CPU has stopped last lap. Right then, shall we have a look at the Ferrari for the last 2 laps? So now it's the Ferrari's turn. Beautiful machine this thing. Very distinct in its noises. As you'll hear from the, you can hear the hybrid already right here. Ooh, okay, I'm not used to this camera angle clearly. This is a camera angle made famous by the driver in front of us. So that'll be a penalty. Once again, lots of buttons and stuff inside. A bit less than the BMW. Tetra Rouge, we'll get our Tetra Rouge and change the camera angle again. There we go. A car that has done brilliantly in the WEC Hypercar era since joining us to Ferrari. And I did check, there is an AF Corsa livery already in the shop, in the collection section. I was like, yeah, I'll check before I do the Ferrari segment. Yeah, it's there. I didn't put it on the car, but it's definitely there. This thing, I don't want to say I have a favourite of the four just yet, but this one is edging the others. It does feel quicker, it feels more responsive. It's not doing much to this amp, but this amp is killing straight line anyway. It's a Group C car. We'll just slipstream it. Get out of that noise so we can hear this thing and how the hybrid energy works in it. Around the 4th gear, it kicks in, you hear it whistling up now. It's weird because the battery is indicating it's actually taken from the hybrid system. So maybe the hybrid's early boost? Let's have a look. No, there's no indication at all on the hybrid system. There you go. Yes, it kicks in around 4th gear for a little bit. Just like a mid build-up boost of energy through the car. Interesting concept. I think, yeah, this one is definitely edging it for me. It's a bit more leery than the others, typical Ferrari style. Maybe because I'm on mediums and not on softs at the moment. A bit too cautious through the Porsche curves here. This car is so, I'm so happy to have this set of cars on the game for free. That's what I love about Gran Turismo 7's update system rather than constant DLC. Yeah, we have the Power Pack DLC, and yes, I love the Power Pack DLC. I do honestly feel at points it's made me a better racer. But the free updates are just, you can't complain about it. There's some weeks you ain't going to get the car you want, and sorry, some months you're going to get the car you don't want. But we take those hits for these hits. It's free. I mean, what more do you want? They can charge us for this every month, like Forza does, for example. Forza does in the past. And you still might not get cars you want out of that. Oh, that's why it's extra rouge. I love the free updates. Spec 4, whenever that is, I'm going to guess it'll be announced in August. So that'll be about September, October time. That'll be most probably the last major thing for 7. Before GT7, before GT8 arrives. The thing with Gran Turismo games, they have a long stretch of life before the next one. I love this game. I've always loved this game. I've always loved this series. It's still not my favourite Gran Turismo, but it's damn close. Because I Gran Turismo is still Gran Turismo 4. I'll never ever forget the day I got Gran Turismo 4 and played it. That opening within Europe, it was Kasabian for the opening song. And just the depth of cars that were on it, the tracks, it was like almost like a perfectly complete package of everything Gran Turismo had before it, and new stuff that is coming as well. I was just allowed PS2 to play that sometimes. Nothing gets a 7's brilliant. 7 is absolutely brilliant. I wouldn't put so much time into 7 if I didn't enjoy it. Just back to the Ferrari, it is, yeah, definitely the front leader of the 4 cars at the moment for me. I think if we do have a daily race next week, and it is the hypercars, this would be my choice. I would hope they do a daily race where it's GR1s and it's just these 4 cars you can choose from. I think that'd be brilliant, serve my penalty, because why not? Head up to the Porsche curves one last time for this update video. I won't show off the safety car because, well, it's a safety car. I don't think I've ever driven any of the safety cars saying that. This isn't the only GR1 race that is available to you. Watkins Glen Long course is another one. I can't remember the third one. There was also 2 other races added, one in the pickup category. So if you like your pickup trucks, there was a pickup truck race. There was engine swaps in this update, including the Espace. The Espace F1's got engine swap. Why do you want to do that? I do not know. But bring the Ferrari to the line to conclude our look at all 4 hypercars. Welcome to GT7 Hypercar class. I can't wait to see how much we get to race you. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and a subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.